Well, I've already been recording, Haas. You know what I mean? Boom, baby.
Oh, not you tricking us.
No, I'm not. All right, welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Batty.
Batty.
All right, we're gonna do that. See, I was already tricking getting myself worked up. I'm like, do I say her name?
You say it. You could say it and that.
We'll probably get into it though. You know.
Yeah.
Listen, first and foremost, thank you so much for coming on my show. This has been like long overdue.
I know.
So we had our friend, Stefan from Hog Slayer come on, and he just crushed too. Man, what a great episode. What a great guy too.
Yeah, he's awesome.
I know.
My ex.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, boom, you're just going right into it. He's your ex. So
people don't know that.
Yeah, I know. That's a deep secret. So were you riding motorcycles when you were dating him or no?
No, actually.
So you're just on the back.
Yeah, and he was actually one of my inspirations to start riding.
Yeah, I mean, dude, he's an inspiration, period.
Crazy.
That dude gets after it.
Yeah, he rides.
Like, what the
miles.
frick?
Everywhere, and he doesn't care the condition. He's all for it.
So how'd you guys meet then?
So we started dating.
Tinder or something? Was good?
Yeah, it was Tinder, actually.
Was
I forgot,
it really?
Yeah, I just forgot what it was, but yeah.
That's even funnier,
I know,
dude.
And it's
well,
crazy.
yeah, that makes sense, though, because you weren't even riding a motorcycle.
I wasn't.
Yeah.
And I actually didn't know that he rode, and then we started dating, and it, came up, and he was going on all these, like, long trips while we were dating, and he would send me pictures, and I'm like, whoa, like, that's crazy. You're, like, going through all that, on your motorcycle. And so I was like, I need one.
Really?
Yeah.
You never rode ever?
Ever. Not a dirt bike,
Nothing. So the bike that you have right now, that's the first bike that the only
bike.
one, and you learned how to ride on that.
On that Springer front end, yeah, it's crazy.
And you got your license.
Yeah.
Allegedly. We're going to say allegedly.
Allegedly.
Okay, cool. All right, cool. Because I was going to say, you know what I mean? But whatever,
Nothing.
Allegedly. Basta, got him. But, so you guys met on the Tinder. I see you, homeboy. Don't fucking get it fucked up, dude.
Snitching on you.
Dude, straight up. Because you didn't bring none of this up on our podcast, homie.
I talked. Are we allowed to cuss on this?
Absolutely.
I talked shit to him. I was like, wow, you didn't bring me up at all. That's crazy.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
How funny though. It's so great. What a great dude. God damn, it was a bummer to see him go because we just connected, It's the community is so sick when it comes to that. So like we meet people, right? And then it's like, hey, we're going to this event, blah, blah, blah. We get to see one another. But then when you get a connection with somebody and then they bounce, you're like, damn, that sucks.
And he's like one of the few that like I can honestly say I admire in this scene.
Right. Yeah. So he's homies like with some of the guys down in San Diego that do a lot of rides too. And they have nothing but nice things to say about him. Everybody that I've ever talked to, he has friends, our friends. We have mutual friends that live in Oregon. Brad from Crash. Yeah. He calls him Dad.
Yeah, he's like, that guy's a legend. I'm I want to meet him too.
Yeah. Well, you should. You can ride up to. He has an event every year.
He was telling me that.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, so let's get back to you. We're not going to get back to the Hog Slayer, dude.
No.
You know what I mean? There's so many questions though. Why is he named Hog Slayer?
Honestly,
you ever asked him?
I don't. I did, and I forgot something. Oh, because he used to hunt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, back in North Carolina when he was stationed there the first time, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and like they used to kill hogs.
All right, well that makes sense.
You know, I think, right. And then it kind of got into the motorcycle because he has one. So.
Yeah. So this is your first bike, and you have a Springer front end.
I do.
That motherfucker has to be bumpy as fuck.
Oh my God, it's so crazy. I actually rode a road glide, I want to say like 2.5 months ago. Oh my God, the ride is just so smooth. And I'm just like, my bike is crazy. What am I doing?
1,000%. You're probably like, geez, anytime you get on a new motorcycle, you're just like, oh my God.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm looking to get a second bike because I don't want to give mine bike. Like, I don't want to give it up, but I also need something more comfortable for, like, long trips, so.
Dude, when's the longest trip that you've done on that bike, though?
New Mexico.
See, that's far as fuck.
Yeah, kind
That
of.
is far
like,
for
I don't
what
know.
You got going on.
I know, but, like, I look at Hog Slayer, and I'm like, he rode across the country. Like, that's nothing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, for sure. Was it comfortable?
No.
Bouncy as fuck.
I was fighting for my life the whole time. On the 10 coming back,
the
wind was throwing me into the other lane. I was just like, please don't fall. So.
Hey, the 10 is no joke.
Oh, no.
That's like literally like one of the most deadliest motherfucking freeways
It
ever,
is
dude.
the wind, and then if you go during the summer, which I did go through Arizona, to go to Arizona during like the summertime, it was like 111.
Oh yeah, so you like pain.
Yeah.
You're cool. Yeah.
I like thrill.
Yeah, you like pain. Wow. So yeah, I mean, getting a new bike would be great, but you would always have to probably just keep that one because it's so sentimental, right?
Now
You know,
it's like my baby.
I wish I would have been able to keep some of my motorcycles that I had. I was just too fucked up.
What
you
do
know,
you ride?
I ride a Dyna now.
Oh, nice.
It's a '06 bastard, and it's literally been redone completely. Everything's been done.
Oh, wow.
There's not one thing besides the frame and the tins that are '06. Everything else is different. Yeah.
You modified
From
it.
mag, everything. It's fucking ridiculous. What a fucking money pit too.
Right. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Literally
that.
That bike cost me probably like 12 racks. Like seriously, if I did all the math,
Would you sell it?
No, I can't because there ain't nothing.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
You know. I mean, trust me. I contemplate it like once a week. You know what I mean? Like, fuck this goddamn piece of shit. Fucking.
Why are
Dyna.
you constantly having to fix it?
Fuck yeah.
Me too.
The fucking motor's fucking.
My bike's name is Dahlia, and she's literally. So if you think I'm a brat,
Yeah.
she's a brat.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, look at that front end, fucking with her ass,
Everything.
dude.
Literally everything goes wrong with her.
So let's get into it. So, where are you from?
I'm originally from LA in Orange County.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So what does that mean? LA and Orange County. You
So
lived at two spots at one time?
Yeah, so my dad and my mom moved from LA to Orange County to here.
Oh, got it. Okay. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's like everybody. I feel like a lot of people that live in the valley here.
Yeah, they come from San Diego or up north. Yeah.
Trust me, that San Diego
But
traffic
I'll never
is,
leave here. Do you live here?
No.
Oh.
I live in San Diego.
I love Temecula.
I mean, honestly, we just did a show last weekend in Murrieta. So my dad and stepmother lived here too in Murrieta.
Right.
And they had a place off of Murrieta Hot Springs Road.
Okay.
And it was just a beautiful place.
Right.
You know? It's just so cool. So anyways, we just did a show at Blackmore Ranch. Have you ever been to Blackmore Ranch?
No, but I saw your videos.
It was insane.
Beautiful.
What a fucking amazing person.
Yeah.
Like, what an amazing place to, like, excuse me. But yeah, Murrieta is just rad.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love
everything's
this area.
new here.
Yeah. And there's just no, like, it's just calm. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of traffic now because a lot of people are moving here, but it's just a calm area to, like, raise kids if you have kids, you know? And so it's like, I've gone to LA for events and stuff, and I'm just like, I would never, ever bring my kids here.
Yeah.
Just no. No, thank you, you know?
There's a lot of places like that in San Diego, too,
But San
now.
Diego's pretty calm, too.
It is.
Yeah.
For the most part, you know.
It's just expensive.
It's very expensive. But that's what the number one takeaway that I talk to anybody up here is they're like, it's so family oriented.
It is.
And I was making a joke on a podcast, too, which it wasn't even a joke. It was dead ass serious. Me and Taylor were fucking riding through Old Town, and two motorcycle cops were like waving at us. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Right now, that just happened to me.
Like, that's a trip,
Yeah,
dude.
he was just like, hey. And I was like, hey.
I've never had that experience. Everybody's like, fuck you. Get the fuck over, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know, man. Knock on wood, though. I've been blessed. Last 2 weeks ago, me and my homie Matt were driving, and I ran a stop sign, I guess. It was in the fucking...
Allegedly?
Oh, yeah, allegedly. It was in the most stupidest fucking spot, too. And I think that's why he let me go. But he yanked me over. I had no seatbelt on, no fucking wallet, because I was at the gym, and I left my wallet at home. And he was like, yeah, do you know why I pulled you over? I'm like, I have no idea.
Yeah.
And he's like, you ran that stop sign. I'm like, I thought it was a yield sign. He's like, no, that was a stop sign. Let me see. I gave him my registration. It was the first time in my life that I've ever got a warning. Ever.
What?
Yeah. I was like, damn, dude, what's good? That's
like, is this what it means to get your life together? They're not like
yes.
harassing you?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, damn, we do recover. Jesus Christ. So what was it like living in LA, in Orange County?
Well, I was young, so from what I remember, it was kind of like chaotic, you know, like, we didn't really have family, like growing up, like it was just me and my parents. So, it was like, I'd go to school, come straight home, you know, like, and I had to help my mom pretty much raise my siblings because she didn't have any help. So it was like, I didn't really do anything, if that makes sense.
Sure.
Yeah. Like I was just kind of
How many siblings do you have?
So I have 2 older brothers, and I have 4 younger siblings.
Oh, wow.
Mom and dad, though, not together.
They're not together.
Yeah, they're not together anymore. But
wow.
so separately, they have.
Oh, separate. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I was like,
Yeah.
damn, they were getting
No.
after it, homie. So they
Imagine.
both split up, and then
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's cool. Yeah. You guys get along with the stepdad and stepmom and all that too.
I love my stepdad. He's like a father figure to me, and I'm not really close with my dad's wife. So
yeah.
So
Well,
I'm also not really close to my dad either. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Yeah, I was about to say, whenever someone says, yeah, like my stepdad is like my father, it's always like, ugh.
Yeah. Well,
I'd be knowing.
Role,
I'd be knowing what that means.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Now you're playing stepdad roles.
Yeah, I know what that means. No, I'm not, but
okay.
I know that somebody else raised my kid too, because I had I had a little hiccup. You know what I mean? So
so your little one is not your only one?
no, that is no. So I have a 19-year-old, and then I have 2 little ones.
2 little ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
2 little babies.
Yeah.
But yeah, what was I gonna say now, dude? I can't remember what I was gonna say about that.
But I mean, in your case, you're obviously making up.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Yeah.
You know, I'm definitely trying. I'm just, you know what, here, I just have enough tools and shit and like arsenal now to where when something comes up, I'm going to be like, oh, okay, cool. Like, this is how I handle it. Not like,
it's hard. Like I, had to raise my youngest pretty much by myself. And I was young. I was 20 when I had him. You know?
Yeah, you're a baby.
So like I had like my mom's help and stuff. So like took a village at that point, cause I wasn't where I'm at now.
Right.
So.
Yeah, family's important. And my wife wants to have another child too, because she comes from a big family. So I knew that going into the relationship. But yeah, dude, it's so crazy. Like I look at my kids and I'm like, dude, it just sucks because it makes me like feel really like a lot of shame because I didn't feel that with my daughter,
You're older.
Because I was just fucked up.
Yeah.
I was on so much drugs.
Right.
And drinking alcohol too, man, that's like the toughest thing as a parent, because you just want to be the best that you can be,
Well, I'm sure she knows it now, and maybe you guys can build that.
Who knows?
Hard.
You know what I mean? Who knows? But yeah, family's really just really important. Now in my life, it's like that comes before anything. I literally quit my job, and I was doing this full time and. It doesn't pay nearly as much as my full-time job did, but I have a lot more freedom, right?
Right.
You know what I mean?
And you're doing what you love.
Yeah. You get to work from home, right?
No, not anymore.
Oh, really?
I'm back in the office.
They kicked your ass, huh?
No. So I recently took a break and off social media and all that.
Really?
And,
What happened with that? Let's talk about it.
So I got into the scene kind of writing, as a new writer and writing with a group of women. And it kind of got a little hectic, a little crazy. You go into it admiring certain people because of social media, all the following they have, and you just think, oh my God, this is what it is, right?
Right.
And then when you get to that point, you start interacting with these people, you start realizing that it's not that. And me as a new writer, it really hit me. I was really disappointed kind of in the women's motorcycle scene because I thought of it being completely different. You have to think we're the minority in what they consider a man's world, right? So you would think that it's more unified, and it's not. It's a lot of drama. A lot of things are done for clout. The actual inspiration to ride is out of the picture. I don't know. I ride a motorcycle because I'm in love with it. That feeling that you get, and it's just not present in that scene. And I don't. It's very rare. There are a few women writers that I've met that I'm still inspired by them,
Yeah.
But the majority, it kind of
Why do you think that is though? So now that you can kind of dissect it, right? I mean, you were there,
right?
What,
So I think it's what drives them. So, for example, me when I started writing, I started writing because, I was just in awe of the feeling of just writing on the back of one.
Right.
And I was thinking in my head, it would probably feel 20 times better actually writing one, And I think that a lot of these women, they do it for the wrong reasons. They do it for the Instagram popularity or, and it's not genuine.
Yeah.
And so with all that happened, I made friendships with these women, and certain things happen where a lot of them turned their back on me, and it hurt, you know, because I thought we were like genuinely friends.
Right.
So I had to take myself back and go back to like my roots, because I was starting to also get clouded with that, oh, like I want this for clout, like, you know,
Right.
mindset. And so I was like, no, this is not who I am. So I kind of stepped back and took a break, kind of try to find myself again. I started going to the gym every day and eating healthy and trying to better myself mentally. And then I felt like I was able to come back, you know?
Yeah. So when you said like get back to your roots, like what's your roots?
So I started writing for the love of it, like not for anything else, you know? Prior to me writing, I already had a lot of followers on social media. So I didn't need the motorcycle for what you consider popularity. You know,
Yeah.
I think my personality draws people in. And so it's, you know, something that
What attracted people to your page in the before motorcycle?
I think because like I used to do a lot of like outfits. I know you've seen like my Instagram where I'm like cool little outfit fits and stuff.
Yeah.
So like I like to like be creative with like, you know, things that I wear and stuff. And that was how it started.
Oh,
and then
okay.
once I got into motorcycle, obviously that gained another type of follower. You
For
know?
sure. Now you got it. Now you got it in both worlds,
Right.
really.
So
Yeah, because no matter what, guys are, you know, they see a woman rider and they're like, oh shit, you know, especially the guys that don't ride.
right.
You know what I mean? They've,
Well, the men
whatever.
that ride, I think they're already so used to it. Actually, no, a lot of men don't even like women riders.
Yeah, I tell you what, dude. I think the whole scene's fucking whacked out right now.
Yeah.
To be personally honest, but
Right.
it's like I have a good friend, man. He was like, "I'm so fucking I don't even want to be named a motorcycle rider right now." You know what I mean? It's just fucking whacked out. And the thing about it is like everybody is like chasing clout too in some sort of way. And like I know I'm guilty of it too, so I'm not going to sit here on a pedestal and be like, "Oh, I don't do that," but. You know, you got people that are just like making fun of people. And at the end of the day, you're just fucking being a bully.
Right.
On social media.
And it's
like,
weird.
just knock it off. Like, dude, please.
And very cliquey and just like, it's just weird to me, you know? I, for me, like, for example, like, I feel like when I go on social media, especially right now that I'm doing like the fitness stuff, like, you know how many women have hit me up, like, you inspire me, like, and I'm genuine. Like, I respond. I don't think I'm better than them. Like, because they have 200 followers, I can't respond to them. Like, I'm like, yeah, well, like, if you want, like, I could tell you what I'm doing, you know? And I think that's what's missing right now in the world and in this scene is that people are just so, like, in their head that they think they're, like, too good for people. And, you know, I don't know. I think remember where you came from.
Yeah. I totally agree. And me and Taylor from Shifter Crew, when we clicked up last year, we had these same sort of conversations, right?
Yeah.
And it was like, dude, it's like our motto last year was like, you know, if you're going to fucking be a fucking cool guy or whatever, like we don't want nothing to do with you, you know? It don't matter who you are.
Right.
Like if you're going to be a piece of shit, you're a piece of shit.
Exactly.
And there's a lot of people out there. I mean, that's like in any sort of community, you know, you're going to get hit with clout and, you know, popularity, like somebody that just thinks that he's somebody, you know what I mean? It don't matter.
Right.
Yeah, but like when you took a break, right? Like what was that like?
I loved it.
Because how long were you on a break for?
For 2 months.
That's more than what I did.
Yeah.
Before.
I loved it. I like was enjoying the time that, you know, I wasn't worried about what I'm going to post or like what people thought about me or whatever. And now that I have that mindset, I don't care either now that I'm back on.
Yeah, because you've basically like fixed.
I cleared my head. I'm like, look, either way you're gonna have following.
Yeah.
But you're you. You're a normal person.
Yeah.
And I think that's what influencers like forget. Like you're a normal person.
You know what I love is when people say that they're not an influencer when they're a fucking influencer.
Right.
So it's like, you got two influencers fighting with each other, and I'm like, bro, you are an influencer too. You're doing exactly what.
And that's the key word, and I think people forget that, especially in the women's scene, is that you're influencing people. So why not influence positivity? Like, why not influence good, you know, energy? Why show like, you know, division between like? There's women arguing on social media over something, but you guys like you're the minority. You should be united. The men out here, you know, I'm sure you've heard, they already don't like women writers for their own reasons. We should be very united.
I don't know if it's necessarily if they don't. I mean, I'm sure there are, right? Because there's women out there that I know that just hate guy writers too for whatever. Yeah. But I think majority of people they think that it's pretty rad. I just don't think. I think it's all about respect.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that goes for a guy or a gal. You know, if you're going to be disrespectful and acting like you're so fucking cool because you got an OnlyFans and you have all these followers, ain't shit. You know what I mean? Like, miss me with all that shit.
Literally. I've even been in situations where some of these women that have a lot of following, they won't even look at people like as if they're nothing. And I'm like, that's crazy. But then you want them to respect you. And, you know, like, you know, I'm the type of person, if someone comes up to me, I will always have a conversation, be respectful, you know, like, but that's just who I am.
Yeah, me too. I know, me too. I get into trouble though because I like to introduce myself to everyone just in case, and people are like, "Dude, we have already met like 5 times." I'm like, "Bro, I'm 44, dog. Like,
same.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm fucking old. Don't trip, dude."
Right. Yeah.
But it's just like respect too. You know what I mean? Like shake hands. Like that's why I hated COVID so much because everybody's like fucking knuckling each other. I'm like always been a guy. Like, give me a handshake. You know?
There's people still driving their cars with masks. Have you seen that?
They're fucking
that's
kooky
crazy.
magooks, dude. Straight
like,
up. Those
doing?
are the people that are dangerous as fuck.
Yeah.
Like if you're driving a car in a Prius with a fucking mask on, like please just fucking move.
No,
like get the fuck out of here. Like seriously.
That's funny.
God damn.
Yeah.
Can't even say like you can't even don't move. Just knock it off.
Just go home.
Yeah, please.
Go back home.
Please. Yeah, stay at home. Yeah, there's so many apps that you can use now.
Yeah.
There's no need because y'all look goofy.
Right.
It's fucking 5 years later.
Right. Yeah.
5 years later, they're scared of a fucking flu.
A flu.
Come on.
Yeah.
God damn, dude.
That's
I could
wild.
get into a fucking. I'll put on the tinfoil hat right now about shit, dude. Don't get it fucked up, dude.
Yeah,
I'm
let's
gonna
not
tell
get
you that
political.
right now, dude. I'll put that motherfucker on. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, you know, there's tons of clicks. You know, but like what you said though, you know, you still have interest in like some people, you know what I mean, and look at them for like what they are.
There's a lot of genuine women writers. Like, actually, in the whole, you know, me getting into the scene and kind of forgetting my roots, so I started writing, and there was specifically one girl that helped me get on the highway. Her name's Ray Ray.
Yeah.
And in all that, I kind of put her to the side, you know, because I started hanging out with these girls, and I just, you know, and she's one of the only few women on this scene that, you know, is very genuine. And so we actually started talking again, and, you know, I apologized to her because, you know, it's, you got to own your bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, and when you get caught up in stuff and you're just like, I'm just a piece of shit friend. I was a piece of shit friend to you. So
that's so cool that you did that though, because that's just like such growth.
Right.
Because most people would just minimize it and just be like, oh, fuck her. You know?
No.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And fuck all those other women too.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's just fucking weird
Honestly.
as fuck. I know, it's almost funny. Like it's like these, like the girl gang or something. You know what I mean? Like
it gets so political, and it's weird because we're women.
Yeah,
if that makes sense. So,
well, you know what's weird though is like there's been an influencer, you know, in San Diego that like tried to bash me on every fucking turn. You know what I mean? That she can do, and it was like I don't even fucking know you.
Really?
Yeah, like she would be in DMs of like. Yeah, she'd be in DMs of like dealerships, like talking all this shit, and like you don't even know me.
Well,
you don't even know my character.
Take the time to do that.
Yeah, but it's like, dude, if you like, don't go into a DM. Just like come to me and say you're a piece of shit. Like, let me fucking explain why I am or why I'm not.
Right.
You know what I mean? But like literally bashing somebody to GMs of fucking dealerships is wild behavior. Like not even shaking my hand and meeting me, like never once. It's fucking
really.
So yeah, but whatever. I mean now it's
just. She can't stop you though. You're clearly doing.
Yeah, well that's the thing too. It's like I just ignore it because honestly, like who the fuck are you?
Right.
You know what I mean? Or who's anybody that does anything like that? It's like I don't want. That's kind of like me. What I was saying with me and Taylor's philosophy. It's like, dude, either you're on board or you're not. Get the fuck out of our way.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that's just it. Like, we're coming.
Right. You're like, move.
Yeah, just take it easy. And that sounds like super ego driven, but that's just the reality of it. Like me and that dude got together, man. And it was like boom, boom, boom. We're doing some sick ass shows now, you know. So
yeah, you guys are doing really cool things. That event was cool.
You should have fucking came. You could have been on a Pan Am.
It was my mom's birthday.
Bring her too. What the fuck? Give her a birthday ride.
You don't want my mom at these events. She's wild.
That's funny. Well, there was free 805 beer too. So
sure, and she would drink all of them.
Do you drink?
Not really.
Not really.
So, in all that crazy stuff that I was going through, I was drinking a lot, partying a lot, and that was another thing that I did in the 2 months was kind of stay sober.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pretty stay sober or like.
Well, I drink here and there, but it's very rare.
Very rare. Okay.
Yeah,
all right, well, that's cool. How much were you drinking?
A lot every weekend.
Okay.
You know, and it just wasn't. You know, you lose yourself. I don't care what anybody says. You know,
oh,
like
1000%.
if you're constantly drinking alcohol, you know, and then riding your motorcycle is crazy too.
No,
so
I know.
You gotta chill out.
Yeah. I mean, and I don't even want to say it, but yeah, you shouldn't drink and ride.
No,
you know,
no,
you shouldn't.
At least try to prevent it as much as possible.
I know, and it's really hard because you can't really take an Uber. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, you could, however, you're gonna whatever.
You gotta leave your bike.
Just fucking pace yourself, motherfuckers. Right. You know what I mean? I don't know. So okay, here it is. So 2 months completely off social media, but so I remember you were off, and then I talked to our boy Hog Slayer, and he was like, "Yeah, she's just going through some shit right now, but she's cool." I'm like, "All right, cool." And then I saw you on TikTok, and then all of a sudden, boom, you're off that too.
Yeah.
So
I just wanted to turn everything off.
All right, cool.
Just kind of, you know, I kept in touch with, like I told you, I still ride with some of the women. And one of my best friends, her name's Devin, I would keep in touch with her, you know, and like she kind of would fill me in on like anything, like events that if she wanted me to go. So, but I didn't want anything to do with social media.
Nothing. Did you still go to events?
So,
or were you just taking a break?
So what happened was she would tell me, but my bike was down. So I kind of got into a little mini accident on the 15.
Mm-hmm.
And this was all in the chaos. And I hit the fast track white cones. And I almost went down, but I was able to keep my bike up. And then I looked down and my rear brake was like completely off. And so I was getting that fixed during my break. But they still haven't figured out what it is, so it's still not working. But I'm waiting.
Your rear brake isn't working? Yeah, you don't need it anyways.
Yeah, but I didn't, you know, I'm like...
You're fine. Just use that fucking front brake. You're good. Downshift that motherfucker and use your front brake.
Yeah.
I rarely use my rear brake.
Really?
Rarely.
That's so weird because I don't use it crazy, but like I think it was just more of the comfortability of having it there, you know?
Sure.
But now I don't.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the way I was taught how to ride was to use motor work, you know, like for your stopping and stuff. Like I'll be even like...
Yeah.
So funny. I'll ask you this. What do you think about splitting lanes?
I love it.
See, I used to love it too, man. I was like, on the way here, I'm just like, fucking don't die.
But I don't. So I love it, and I feel like it's important to do in certain situations, but you don't always have to. And in California, it's so sketch because everybody's on their phone. Now everybody has a Tesla, and those Teslas are like the craziest cars ever. Like they're just cars that you cannot trust. You know, because you got to think these people are programmed to not be on the watch anymore because this car's doing everything, you know, and it's like now they're not even thinking about what, you know, they're surrounding it. And it's just like I feel like every bike should avoid a Tesla.
I had a groundbreaking moment on this show with Hog Slayer because I asked him a question. I'm like, dude, these fucking Teslas. He's like, yeah, because they all have... You know, they're driving themselves. And I'm like, dude, that makes so much sense because they're right in the middle of the lane. But, man, I don't know, man. I think it really comes down to, like, kids with me because I never gave two fucks. I love the, you know, like, complete, adrenaline.
Now that you have kids, you're like...
Yeah, I'm like, God damn, this is splitting lanes. And then it was like, I got up here because I had to go pick up my equipment or whatever. So from... San Diego all the way to Murrieta, and it was just like as soon as I got to Oceanside 79 or whatever, it was just like boom. But before I would love that shit, just fucking rev it up. Come on, dude, I'm going. You know,
90.
Fuck, dude, I'm just like a big puss, I guess now.
No, it's okay.
But yeah, man, like motorcycles are just cool, right?
They are, yeah.
Like what a fucking great life we live.
it's a curse and a blessing, I feel like, all in one, you know.
Right.
You can obviously the danger of riding one because, you know, one little and you're flying.
Yeah.
But there's nothing like it.
How long have you been riding for?
I started riding like end of May of last year.
Oh, wow. So you're like really fresh.
I'm new.
Damn, on that bike too? Jesus Christ. You're going to get a new bike and you're going to be a rocket.
Oh
Watch.
my God. Well, I mean, I already hit 2 states in that little time frame.
Yeah.
And so if I get a new bike, I'm going to be just like Hog Slayer, riding everywhere.
What kind of bike would you want to get?
So at first I wanted a road glide, but that's not realistic for me because I'm short. And I just feel like I'd have so many issues backing that thing up anywhere. So I think I'd do like a lowrider ST.
Mm-hmm. And you can build it up to, I mean, those things are sick as
They're
fuck.
so beautiful.
Oh, yeah, totally.
They're just crazy.
Yeah, you can get the whole package on
like
those.
Like a baby bagger.
Yeah, literally, that's what they say. I mean, the price is fucking right there, too.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay when you make sure that you come right here to Old Town Temecula, Harley, and you say, LFG told me to come here.
Yeah.
Boom.
Let me get my bike.
I swear, dude, I keep on saying on every show, you know, because... You know, Old Town Temecula Harley is like where the studio is. And man, I'm super grateful to be back in the studio. I was at a dealership in San Diego and didn't work out. So this is just cool because
when you have in San Diego.
I ain't gonna even say their name, blood. You know what I mean? No, I'm just kidding. No, we kind of worked it out. We had a conversation, so it was cool. But it was San Diego Harley.
Oh, okay. It's because I bought my bike at El Cajon.
Oh, dude, Vanessa, was she there?
I don't know who that is.
Oh, Vanessa, she's the GM there. She's amazing.
Is she? Yeah.
Well, okay, you talk about dealerships. That dealership is so fantastic.
El Cajon?
El Cajon. It's so fantastic, but the location is just
wild.
There's nothing that they can do though for like events, you know?
Right.
If they had a spot like so the management and the people and the organization that they're under is so great. Like if they would be in a spot like San Diego, we would be there every weekend doing some fun shit, you know, because they're just they're ready to go. Ready to go. I love it's El Patron Harley now. El Patron, so cool, man. Such great people. San Diego has some great dealerships. Yeah. You know,
the guy that sold me the bike for the 4 hours that I was financing it, he was trying to talk me out of buying that bike the whole time. Really? He's like, if you were my little sister, I wouldn't want you to learn on this bike.
Yeah.
I'm like, give me my bike.
But what was he trying to give you?
Sportster. No.
Oh,
he was trying to get me on a lowrider.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He's like, just like this bike, the way it's set up, like I just don't think you should learn on this.
Yeah.
And I mean, now that I know, I'm like, man, I probably should have listened to him.
You should have. Yeah. Because that's what they're there for. It's like they have fit people.
Yeah.
They're like, are you sure, girl?
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I know your name's Batty. You know what I mean? But you're acting real bratty right now, dog.
Bratty.
So, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was being a little brat.
Yeah, that's good shit.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Motorcycles is just it's just a way of like bonding with somebody else. Like
it is.
You know what I mean? If you're going down to New Mexico and you're riding with your homies and you're just like blasting, there ain't no better feeling, you know?
That's the best feeling. You know how many people I met on the road, like older heads. Yeah. Like when I was in New Mexico, we stopped at this place to eat, and this older gentleman came out. And he was on a chopper, and he was just like, "Whose bike is that?" And I was like, "It's mine." He's like, "You rode that?" And he walked to the back, and he's like, "California, you're far." And he's like, "You need to come out to the Chopper Fest in oh my God, what is it? Ventura. In Arizona, but it's in Bisbee, Arizona."
Oh yeah.
He's like, "You need to come out. You need to come out in March." But I can't because I'm flying to North Carolina for Hog Slayer's first event.
Oh, really? What does he have an event?
He has an event in Harley out there on the 15th.
What?
Yeah.
Of March?
Yep.
Really? Thanks for the fucking invite, dude. You know what I'm saying? Wow, that's cool. He's doing an event down there. Good for him. What was he going to be doing?
He's just hosting it. It's kind of, I don't know what it.
He's over here listening to the show or watching right now. He's like, yeah, these motherfuckers be talking about me.
Oh,
dude.
the whole time. Yeah. No, yeah. So it's on that weekend, the one in Arizona, and I was gonna go, but then he told me that it was he's gonna be his first event.
What is he doing though?
He's just hosting it. I think he's where he's at. There's really not that much activity.
There ain't shit.
So it's probably gonna be like he's probably gonna bring life to that town.
For sure.
For the motorcycle scene, which good because
there's a lot of motorcycles out there for sure. I mean, the military people, they all buy bikes, especially when springtime comes.
Right.
Buy, dude. Everybody's gonna be getting a motherfucking bike, and then he's just gonna make it look cool too.
Right.
So they should honestly, that dealership, better pay him or get him a bike or something. Like, because it'd be really worth it for a guy like that.
Yeah.
Because he's just going to attract so many people instead of buying, you know, military guys. They just, you know, they see Top Gun and shit and they're like, oh, I'm going to need to get that crotch rocket.
Not Top Gun.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But it's true.
Yeah, it is true.
But it's like, no, get a fucking Harley because eventually you're going to get a Harley.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's very few. There's probably a lot, but whatever. You know, if you want comfortability and, you know, just to be able to like ride from here to New Mexico, you ain't doing that on a crotch rocket.
No.
I don't give a fuck.
No.
That's wild.
That's crazy.
However, I know a guy that rode from San Diego to Sturgis on a crotch rocket and
he
back.
didn't.
And they fucking ran into deers and a bunch of shit. A deer went right over his fucking motorcycle, dude.
What?
This dude is a OG. Like,
Was his back all messed up after that ride?
Nah,
he's just used
he's
to it,
just
huh?
he's a mason. He's a hard ass working son of a bitch, and he was just a fucking
He said, "I'm going."
gangster, dude.
Yeah.
Well, that's so. What events do you like? What's your favorite event that you go to or that you've been to?
I liked Born Free. It was fun. Yeah, Born Free is cool. To be honest, I don't really care for events. The one you put on here though was cool.
That was fun.
I love that one.
Yeah, that was a good
Did you see
time.
me eating the tacos?
Yeah, it was so good.
Oh my god! But yeah, that one was cool. But events, I can live without.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just because of drama.
No, just because like I don't know. I like to just ride my motorcycle, and you're just not riding at an event,
Right.
So
Well, you get the ride there.
yeah.
I mean, I'm sure that you're pretty popular. I mean, you have a good following, so people know who you are when you're pulling up.
My friend was like, "I can't take you anywhere." We literally went to. It was like a random day. We went to, where was it? It's up the 15. Oh my goodness. It's like a spot where motorcycles used to go all the time in Corona, like right before you get to Corona. I don't know if you know where that's at.
I do. I don't know where that. I don't know what you were talking about.
Anyways, it's a spot, and like somebody came up to me. He's like, she's like, I can't take you anywhere. Everybody knows you. And
Everybody
I'm like,
knows who you are because of your Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
that's like the homie Stretch down in San Diego. That's all. It's so funny to watch too because
Stretch is cool.
He's really cool.
Yeah.
And that's another thing too. People started to bully him and shit. And I'm like, don't you know what I mean?
Haters.
Yeah, but here's the thing. He's my guest when he's at places. So it's like, don't do that, you know?
Oh, they were bullying him at events.
No, it's all
okay.
online.
Oh,
it's all
okay.
online.
Online, yeah.
All
course.
online. Yeah. And he was like, you know, I don't even, whatever. That's his shit. But, you know, I think that he would handle his own.
Right.
But anyways, it's so funny to see, you know, his bike is so fucking popular.
Yeah.
And
knows him.
I've watched so many people just at this last event and they're just like pointing at him and pointing at the bike and like giggling like, oh my God, that Stretch. Yeah. But for people that ride any sort of motorcycle and they see some stuff on Instagram, that's like fucking, that's like celebrity-ish to them. You know what I mean?
You know what's crazy about him and his Instagram page that like I admire is that he doesn't show his face. So it's literally just motorcycle stuff.
It is.
That's all, you know.
He wants to come on my podcast and I told him I'm going to put him in a burqa.
Yeah. Oh, so he doesn't want to show his face?
No.
Nah, good for him.
No, he doesn't want to do that.
Yeah.
I asked him, I said, what's the deal with that? And he's just like, it's not about me. It's about riding, you know, and like the things that we do. And that's the thing. That's what,
that's admirable.
Yeah, straight up. Like first seeing all the shit that they're doing, I'm like, these dudes are whacked out. They're going to kill people. You know what I mean? Like I was like that old timer, right? But then I start watching like some of his posts and his inspirational stuff that he was saying and like the things that he was doing. Like it's just not video like of him stopping in the freeway to prevent,
that's
you know,
the thing I love about him and his page is that he's such a nice person. You could just tell. Yeah.
You have that camera on. You're bound to see it, right? And he posts the good stuff. Right. So I mean, there could be bad stuff. But now that I know him on a personal level, like I literally love the dude. Like he's solid as fuck,
right?
And he's a family man too, and he just takes care. You know what I mean? He's very successful. He's very successful too,
right? Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't get it fucked up. Like he's, but yeah, he has some cool shit. If you don't know who Stretch 619 is, go and follow him on Instagram.
Follow
the
him.
Dude's.
Cool dude.
Super fucking cool. Yeah, doesn't show his face. Yeah. No face, no case. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Come on. So you took the break, right? And it was refreshing. It was. So what was it like when you came back on?
Honestly, I still do what I did on my break. Like I kept doing the same routine. Obviously, you know, I'm posting again, but a lot of it's my fitness stuff, you know, because that's kind of what's consuming my life right now. So
That's a good obsession though.
Yeah,
it's a really
I'm
good
like
one.
really obsessed.
That's good.
Yeah. And I don't feel like I'm sucked in anymore, you know.
Yeah.
Just post my little posts and then I move on with my day. And that's
And
it.
you're not just staring at the screen.
Right.
And all that.
Or like what's happening here, what's going on. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm just involved in my life and what I'm doing.
Well, you got to remember that though, that feeling, because we get so trapped back into it, you know?
Yeah. Well, you saw what I posted though, like, because people were asking, where'd you go? And I made a post about it. And I said, if I feel like I'm going back, I'm going to, again, get off.
Yeah.
Because I don't care. Like, my mental health is way more important than any of this. So,
yeah, 1,000%. I mean, it doesn't matter. You can always come back on and off. It's the part that when you start losing yourself, then there's no coming back sometimes, you know? And or it takes a long time. If you would have still going down that same road, you know?
Yeah.
And, it's just not, it's not even fun. But so like you did a post the other day, which was like super inspirational for women. Like I can't believe that you did it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's so crazy, but you did some before and how you are now and like how much work that you put into it. Like, dude, that's so amazing. Especially like I've had fitness coaches come on my show. Like I was under an Instagram fitness coach.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And Mark Porter, he's fucking an awesome dude. And it literally changed my life at the time, you know?
Yeah.
Like I needed something. So I guess like, would that be something that you'd be interested in doing?
What?
Fitness coaching.
Well, I don't think I'm there yet, but once I am, you know, I think I would want to. So I'm working with a trainer, my coach Bully, and he's out of Riverside. He's so knowledgeable and I'm basically following his footsteps. And he just, if I were to do that, I want to be like on his level, you know,
For sure.
before I start trying to, because I think that's important. Like you need to know what you're teaching people because you see all these trainers putting people on stuff and doing, and it's just like, and they're like harming their growth more than helping, you know?
Yeah.
So if I ever get to a point where I'm that knowledgeable, then yeah, I would love that, you know? But I mean, my fitness journey has been on and off. I started back in, I want to say 2020 is where you saw that video where I was like 200 pounds and I'm 5'2". So that's like really big for me, you know? And I wanted to get surgery done, but in order to get surgery, my doctor was like, you need to drop down to at least 160. So I did, you know, intermittent fasting and I worked out, dropped the weight, had my surgery, and then kind of lost interest in fitness and now back on it. So yeah, that's good, especially if you paid some money to you know, right, you like pay all this money for what?
Yeah. That's wild. I hate when I see people do shit like that. It's like, bro, you spent so much money. I just want to be like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? Like, what?
Not cheap.
Yeah, dude, come on, like stop playing. Just honestly, like fitness and recovery is literally my life. You know
you're
what
into
I mean?
it too right now?
Love it.
That's good.
Like honestly, fitness has literally changed my life. Like it's just made me obviously more confident. You know, I have more energy. Like I said, I'm 44 and I'm having babies now. Like, dude, I gotta, you know what I mean? That's
powerful stuff.
Yeah. It's like Dweezy here soon. He's gonna need to start doing some push-ups soon, boy. You know what I mean, dude? But yeah, I look at it now as like my recovery. Like I do it every day. Like right now, I have a lot of work to do. And so I have a deadline, which I always say, like, I work good on deadlines, but I can't stand them too because it's they fuck up my life. You know what I mean? And I'm very, very regimented. Like wake up, drink coffee, go to the bathroom, have you know what I mean? Go to the gym, boom, boom, boom. So like right now I haven't gone to the gym.
Okay.
You know, and I don't have time to do it. So that part sucks. But I know now to where it's not like overwhelming, like obsession to where like, oh, I got to do something and it fucks up my day. You know what I mean? Like I'll be okay.
I think one of the biggest things about it is if you're happy with how you are, like you said, now you're like more confident because you did start that journey. Then I don't think you should overwhelm yourself, you know? Like for me, I set these goals, but they make me happy doing them, you know? But if, you know, you're like well, I'm like losing my mind, then you shouldn't like force it too much.
Yeah, I would force it for sure. Yeah, you said it right. So you've been back on this regularly since for 2 months now, right?
Yes.
Right. So have you noticed and felt the difference?
Yes.
Man, I'm telling you right now, if you just don't drink for like another 30 days straight, don't drink and work out, you will shred. You're already eating healthy.
Yeah.
Because that's the main. So like
beer kills it.
Oh, 1,000%.
Beer is wild.
Like that's like the worst thing that you can do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's like I feel bad, and I don't even drink, and I feel bad when I eat shitty. I'm like, well, that fucking workout was for nothing.
For nothing.
You know?
Yeah.
But I stick.
Missing it out.
Yeah. Well, you can still get it.
I know. Get but the proteins though.
Yeah, you're all right.
No.
Well, you're supposed to give yourself a treat.
I know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
my buddy right now, he was carnivore, like straight up, doing a great job, dude. And next thing you know, goes out with some people, you know what I mean, and comes out with McDonald's, all you know what I mean.
Well,
and I'm
I feel like I'm a binge eater, so once I get that little cheat meal, I want to like continue that cheat. It becomes a cheat day for me.
Yeah.
So I got to be careful with that.
Yeah.
You know.
Is the gym? You don't have to say the gym that you go to, but is it a nice gym?
Yeah, it's new.
See, that's what's cool. Duh. Everything up here is new. God damn, it's so cool.
It's literally by my house too. So I wake up at 5 every morning. I'm at the gym by 5:15.
Yeah.
And I'm just in there grinding because I have other things I got to take care of before I go to work. So
yeah. How often are you going to the gym?
6 days a week.
Damn, getting it.
1
day off.
1 day off.
Come on. I don't even do that shit.
You better get on it.
I'm like 5 days, dude.
Maybe I'll inspire you too.
Fuck, I don't even know. How many days do you do legs?
2.
Oh, shit. You ain't playing.
I separate them. So I do the back, the hamstrings, and then I do the front part.
Yeah. Are you doing arms and all that too?
I do all, yeah.
Chest, everything?
Chest. I do chest, tricep 1. I do back, bicep another. I do arms 1. 2 days for legs.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you're doing it.
Yeah.
Fuck
and 2 days for back too, sorry.
Yeah, so just stop drinking for 30 days just to see where you're at. Not even like a fucking Heineken 0. You know what I mean? I bet you'll feel so much better too.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. So like the program that I was on, like he would really stress that to people, like just do this 90-day program, but don't drink, And people that do, they just shred.
Crazy.
Yeah. And it's so hard to get abs. Right. It's like the hardest thing to do.
It's literally the worst.
Yeah, I don't even give a fuck about abs. Who likes abs anyways? Nobody.
Nobody.
You know what I mean? Give me a big ass chest and arms, dude. Fuck off. Yeah, dude. Ain't fucking no abs, dude.
I used to want to be focused on my lower, body, and now I'm just obsessed with the upper body.
Right.
It's just crazy.
Because when you start doing that, you're gaining so much. Like your endorphins are going nuts too.
Yeah.
But legs, obviously, that's where all your testosterone is, and I don't even know. Does girl have testosterone?
We do.
No?
I think a little bit.
Sorry,
yeah,
I don't even know.
Bit,
I'm looking at Dweezy. Yo, young Jamie, what's happening? I don't know, bro. I'm like, yeah, what's estrogen? But I'm like,
estrogen. There you
go. They have a bunch of estrogen fucking come up working under legs, like just a ragey.
You're crazy. You're like, do girls have testosterone?
I mean, I know that they do because I know it's actually healthy for them. Like, I know women that have taken testosterone on a very light dose.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
It's called
and it makes
Anavar.
them. Oh, really? Well, that's steroids.
Yeah, but women take very low doses and it actually helps them. Now, when they start going crazy on it, because I read into it because I'm going to start taking it.
Yeah.
So,
oh, shit. Here we go, dude. Buckle up. We're about to be fucking lube up the... Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. Fucking all of a sudden your deep-ass voice, dude.
Listen, I told my trainer, I was like, if I start sounding like a man, I'm done.
Yeah. Acting like China.
If I grow a beard, I'm done.
Yeah. You're going to have to start shaving and all this shit.
Yeah.
Because the side effects, which you already know, we don't need to get graphic.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's some side effects that happen to women to where it's like...
And I'm also going to start taking... it's called Clen. So it's like a metabolism speeder. Like it helps speed up your metabolism. So people use it for asthma.
Really?
But they also use it for like bodybuilding and stuff.
Really?
But yeah, I'm taking very small, and that gives you a little bit testosterone, obviously.
Yeah, well, like I said, that's good. When I was working, like these guys that I know, they take Cialis too before. And I'm like,
That's crazy.
all right, cool, because it gives you a pump. I'm like,
Right.
let me try it. They gave me some liquid shit. Oh boy, for 3 days I was a wild. Yeah, I was up. I was up, like blowing in the wind, dude. I'm like, this is wild, but you do get a pump, and I'm like, well, there's something there, you know.
There's something there.
Yeah.
Just for 3 days.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, if you don't want to sleep.
Yeah, feeling good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wife wasn't too happy, but fuck it.
Right.
You know what I mean? It is what it is, baby. We're getting big over here. God
She
damn
said
it.
she wanted a third kid, so.
Yeah. She can't even fuck with me, though. I swear to God. Yeah, I mean, I'm very open about, you know, I start taking TRT like a year ago, too, man, and it literally changed my life. Like, that part of it, too. I was just, like, in a really bad spot. Like,
You start taking what?
TRT.
What is that?
Testosterone.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was and look at, like, it was like legitimate as fuck, because I knew that by taking it, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, there's a risk, you know what I mean? I'm an addict too, right? You know what I mean? Next thing you know, I'm going to want to do some crazy shit. But the doctors wouldn't even prescribe it to me because I wasn't at that level. And I'm like, that's some bullshit. That's such bullshit, because as a man, like, you should be at a certain level of testosterone, but all the foods and all this other bullshit that they put in, the chemicals that they put into our food, literally just devastates somebody. And it's like, dude, it fits right into this fucking narrative too, with this whole gender thing and everything else, dude. Like, it's almost like these motherfuckers want us all to be fucking trannies, dude. I swear to God, dude. It's the weirdest fucking thing ever. It's like, weird. This is so crazy to me that this is like we're okay with all this. Like,
it's
bro,
wild.
Oh my God. I'm getting off the topic, but there is a dude that went into the women's bathroom at our gym, and these boys were pissed.
Oh my God, that should be
it's like you have to.
It's not going to be a thing now.
Yeah, but you have to but you have to have a separate bathroom.
Yeah, a unisex.
You know what I mean? No woman wants to be in there with a guy.
And if you have daughters, you don't want no, hell no.
How confusing is that?
You know,
to your kid.
So, my son played the system in that aspect. One day, him and his buddies were in the bathroom, and they were running in the girls' bathroom, scaring them, you know, and then running out, going back in, scaring them, and they got caught. Well, you know, my son was like, well, I identify as transgender.
Oh, boom.
And they couldn't tell him anything because
they couldn't even get in trouble.
But I got a call, and they asked me about it, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll talk to him.
Yeah.
I got home, picked him up, and I was like, what the hell did you say? He's like, well, what? I didn't want to get in trouble. And I'm like, and in my head, I'm like, that's right. That's fucking right. But I couldn't show that because, I don't want him. But I'm like,
hey, I'm telling you right now.
He played the system.
I was a peeping ass Tom kid too, boy. I'm going to tell you right now. I'll be going in the girls' bathroom all the time.
But they weren't even doing that. They were literally just scaring the girls and running out. Like the dumbest thing ever. But like, he figured a loophole.
Good
and
for you.
Can you blame him? No, but like.
But yeah, you get to a certain age and people would be like, you're a transgender. Like, you're stuck with that shit, dude.
Yeah, and I'm
your high school days are going to be rough,
Well,
homie.
and I told him, I was like, you pull that crap again, I'm going to send you to school in a dress.
Ooh.
And so I have yet to get a call. But
could you imagine doing that? Would you do it too?
I would, absolutely. Yeah.
Here you go, Junior. Time to go to school, and you're wearing this polka dot dress, motherfucker.
And a bow.
Yeah, and a bow.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. Yeah, man. That's
a crazy world we live in.
No, it's really
so weird.
It's really crazy. Honestly, it's like scary.
Well, we didn't growing up. I don't remember any of this.
Nah.
It's not a thing, you know. So.
No, I mean there was some bad shit, you know. Like I grew up in the 80s. Like I remember there's some bad shit that went on, but you know, like dude, I was outside playing all night long, you know?
Right.
Like I was that whole thing.
Your time to come in was when the street light.
Yeah, like all that shit. You know what I mean? Like no such thing as video games. Like I refuse. Like it's so hard. I say that now, but you know, I let my kid, because my baby, she's a baby, but I let my kid pretty much do whatever because he's a fucking wild man. But like honestly, I don't know if I would ever want them to be like stuck like Chuck in a room, you know what I mean? Just playing a video game.
Video games and stuff.
Like I'm so stoked that he's so like enthusiastic of like going outside. Like he's infatuated with motorcycles. He rides his Strider. It's his motorcycle. He calls it his motorcycle. Right. You know what I mean? He's riding around right now with a cast on. Like the kid don't give a fuck. He's just like he's like ready.
Right.
But I know that's gonna change.
Yeah.
You know?
Maybe.
I mean, there's that chance of it changing.
My son went through a little phase of being on video games, and then he like got out of it, and now he's just running the streets on his bike.
See, that's cool.
And
that's what it's all about, though. Like that bike life.
Yeah.
Like another thing too is like all these guys have all this electric shit, which is cool. Like I wish that I had electric something when I pedaled my fucking ass off. I would be riding my bicycle everywhere. But like that's cool though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're pedaling and riding your bike. Now there's like these scooters.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Your kids have that?
They have the electric and they also have the bikes, their own bikes. But my
I bet you spoil the shit out of your kids.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah.
Little assholes.
Totally.
Right.
But they're
you got to. I mean,
yeah.
You know, they're growing up and you're going to, you know, they're going to get to a point where they don't even want to hang out. My oldest is at that point. He's like, ugh, Mom. I told him, I was like, let me take you to school on the Harley.
Yeah, that's
He's
cool.
like, no.
Why not?
Because he doesn't want his friends to see his mom riding a motorcycle.
What?
Yeah.
See, this generation is
It's
whacked
crazy.
out, dude. I would have been like, fuck yeah.
I was like, if my mom rode a Harley, I'd be like, Mom, take me to school every day.
For sure.
But, you know,
You're
he's a boy, and I'm pretty sure he'll get like, oh, your mom's hot or something, and then he just doesn't want to hear it, you know?
Yeah,
so.
maybe, but who cares? Is he a scrapper?
Yes.
Well, maybe it's maybe better than, you know, that he doesn't.
I'm not pressing it.
Yeah, don't press it.
Yeah.
So you're obviously slung back, too, I see.
Yeah.
How many tattoos do you think you have?
I don't even know. I stopped counting.
Like a lot?
Yeah, a lot, yeah. My whole body.
When was your first tattoo?
I was 15. My chest.
Really? Went right for the chest piece.
Right for the chest. I went to some random dude's garage.
Nice.
Now that I'm like, you know,
Fuck
an adult
yeah.
and I'm thinking of it, I'm like, that was sus. But
Yeah,
you know, it's some dude that he used to hang out with us. I grew up in like that punk culture.
Okay.
So he's a little punk, or well, he at that time he must have been like 19.
Yeah.
And he's like, "You want a tattoo?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "What do you want?" I'm like, "I want spider webs and like a skull." And he's like, "Where do you want it?" And I'm like, "On my chest."
Damn,
so I get
you're
home.
so punk rock. Yeah.
I regret it.
Yeah.
I get home and, you know, my mom is very old school Hispanic culture. So
you're fucked.
I walked in.
You're fucking lit up.
She was like, "What
like
is
a Christmas tree, dog.
I was like, "It's a henna tattoo." And she's like, "What is that?" I'm like, "It goes away in a month." A month passed by and she beat my ass because she was like, "That's a fucking tattoo."
Oh my god, dude! How did she not know?
She's from Mexico, so like coming to this country, like it was different, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like,
how funny though. You said that. You're so smart too, just like your kid. Yeah, I'm a transgender. Like fast on his feet.
I'm a henna tattoo.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I had time to think though. My son on the spot.
Yeah.
I was like, you know, chilling, getting home. I'm like, what am I gonna tell this lady?
So with all those tattoos that you have, how many of them been covered up?
Probably like 2 or 3.
Have you had a guy's name covered up?
No.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, I'm all talking
Not
all this
yet.
shit
I
because
know.
I've had two, so
Yeah.
I'm like, I get it. You know,
Oh,
what I
you
mean?
have girl tattoos that you've had?
They're covered the fuck up.
That's the #1 rule. You don't get the name tattoos.
I know. I'm fucking a retard, so what can I say?
It's okay.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Not the fucking brightest. Too easy to tell you I'm not that smart, so. But you never had a guy tattoo, huh? That's cool.
Yeah.
Good for you.
My son's name. I have my kids' names.
What does it say on your forehead?
It says ambitious.
Oof. That motherfucker had to hurt.
I don't know. It was on
yeah.
stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
God, those were the good old days, man.
Good old days.
Fucking, I'm going to tell you.
Young.
How old are you?
I'm 32.
Oh, you're a baby.
Okay.
But honestly, fucking, the last tattoo I had, dude, I was like buckling, dude. That shit hurt so fucking bad, dude.
I don't remember my tattoos hurting at all, like in my 20s. And now I go get tattooed and I'm like, I don't even want to do it. I'm just like, can we just like finish it another day? Like, I'm good.
Yeah, right.
I like
fucking all that cream too, right? So I did cream and it was like, oh, okay, cool. You know what I mean? I had my back piece done more. And next thing you know, fucking cream wear off. And my body was like, dude, I was going through fucking convulsions, dude. Like it was crazy as fuck, dude. Yeah, it was nuts. Don't ever use the cream. Just fucking
just do it.
Man up, do it. That had to have hurt though. Like I want to get my throat done too.
You know what's crazy? I got my head tattooed. So the side of my head is tattooed. My daughter's name. I fell asleep.
What?
Yeah.
Bro, you're... Jesus. See, this is what I'm talking about? Women that get tattoos and they fall asleep. They ain't right, dude.
I ride a Harley. I'm already mentally unstable.
Huh? Wait, what?
I was talking to somebody about tattoos, and I said,
Yeah.
says that they like you or they fall asleep full of shit. And then
Here she is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
that's the one. The one that you just don't fuck with.
Right.
If you're getting a fucking dome piece.
And you fall asleep.
Yeah, dude. So you get good thing Hog Slayer's your homie.
I am. He is my bestie.
Yeah. So that's cool that you guys broke up.
Yeah.
And it was like cool.
Yeah, we weren't like, I think we were more meant to be friends than anything, you know?
Right.
And he's just a really solid person.
Yeah.
In my break, he was one of the only people that hit me up every day.
Yeah, yeah.
You
He told me
know?
that he was keeping tabs
Yeah,
on you.
Yeah, he was like, "Hey, you good?" Like,
Yeah.
you know. So, I have nothing bad to say about him.
Right. Well, listen, man. I'm super proud of you for, taking the break, because for you to identify your like mental health and like your personal beliefs and like that sort of stuff is like really cool to do.
Yeah.
And I think this is great. Like that it just worked out really good that you're coming on the podcast, and now people that, that follow you or whatever, but they'll kind of know a little bit more of like why, and there was
Right.
like drama and shit that you,
Right.
you know what I mean? And like, honestly, now that you even put that out there, it's like people will hopefully just stay away,
Yeah, hopefully. I know who I want in my life now. I'm very sure of it.
Yeah.
And that's how I'm going to keep it. So.
Yeah, exactly. And I just appreciate you coming on too. Like, this has been really cool to sit down with you and get to know you a little bit better. And anybody, for females that ride motorcycles, that I just think it's very hard to, I think that's why they overcompensate so much.
Right.
Because it's not so welcoming,
It's not. Yeah.
But if you stick it out, like, and you just are a good person, like people.
Exactly.
You know what
Just
I
be
mean?
yourself. Be
Yeah.
genuine. Yeah.
Well, the Harleys are coming in, so it's time to go.
Time
You know
to
what I mean?
go.
Old Town Temecula Harley.
Kicking us out.
Yeah, come in. Yeah, come and buy a bike and go see Makana and say Dustin said something. I just can't wait for somebody to do that. Hopefully they'll do it.
Yeah.
Be like, yeah, Dustin told me to come here, and you're gonna give me some free shit if I buy a bike.
Oh my goodness! Imagine.
Yeah.
And they probably would too.
Yeah, absolutely. It's
That's
part of the
crazy.
deal. This episode has been brought to you by Law Tigers. If you ever injured in a motorcycle accident, call those guys. Bing bong. We're done here.
Bye.